Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with our New York Islanders franchise mode here in NHL 19. So, this is going to be a pretty interesting, hopefully, an interesting in franchise altering draft here. That's what I'm hoping for. Um, so what we got going on, we're up at the draft here, and off camera, I think I'm going to make a decision here on kind of what we do. I would like to maybe get this defenseman here, Kale Grossman. He's a left-handed two-way defender, 17 years old. He is selected to. He's looking like he's going to go fourth. There's a right wing Hansel going probably number one. I don't have him scouted at all. And then a center, medium elite in Hartnell, and then a defenseman, a left-handed defensive defenseman, Leonard Cruz. I'd like to get this Kale Grossman defenseman. That was something that I was kind of looking at off camera, identifying as a really nice piece for us going forward if we could get him. So we currently have Philly's pick, which is at number 8, I believe, which looks like is looking like this Julian Jaffrey defenseman. Which after the top 5, first round is kind of bland. It's kind of it's just kind of like top 4 and top 4 defensemen and top 6 forwards. Nothing too flashy, nothing too crazy from what I have scouted and what I'm looking at. Outside of that top 5 with Grossman there, really the only player I'm kind of interested really in is this left winger Dalton Spiller. Two-way forward. Looks like he put up some great numbers here this year. I think he would be a good left winger for us. We don't have no one on the left wing that has really proven yet to be a really effective player. I think he'd be a good two-way forward for us for the future. There's no one elite on the left wing in this draft that I'm looking at right now. Like I said, a lot of top 6 forwards. There's a low elite sniper here. For left wing as an 18-year-old Edward Gibson. He might be maybe someone that we could go after instead. I have him pinned as well, but Spiller looks attractive to me, but the real piece of this draft, I think, is Kale Grossman for our team, for our Islanders team. In conjunction with that, I am looking at a couple of trades, hopefully, in this draft. One, to move up and get that defensive prospect there. But 2 is a couple of players on my team. One of them is Roman Josi. We picked him up before the trade deadline, or kind of earlier in the season. He still has like 5 years left on this contract that the Bruins signed him to. 5 years left at 7.245. That brings him up till he's 38 years old. I do not plan on keeping him that long. I was kind of bringing him in to maybe spice things up, change it up for the team, but I think I'm just going to use that 89 overall and that trade value and just flip him right now at the draft. We have Quinn Hughes on the left side. Looks like he's kind of being our top pairing defenseman for next year. Outside of that, we have Noah Dobson on the right-hand side, Pulak on the right-hand side, this Philip Myers, who may or may not grow to be something. He's kind of got this last summer to make a jump to the NHL. But, in the system, we have this really nice piece. This Smirnoff might end up being something for us, but the real nice piece for us is where is he? Right here, Dorian Highnote, a right-handed defensive defenseman. He had Another stellar year in the OHL, doubled his points basically. Um, he's a future elite defenseman for us. So I'm looking for another elite defenseman, but on the left side, on the left wing, not the left wing, but the left pairing, if you will. So we have a lot of nice prospects and a lot of nice pieces for the future, but I'm looking at that two-way defenseman to come in for us. So that includes Roman Yossi. Another person I want to trade away is Nugent Hopkins. He just has not played well for us these last 2 seasons. He has not put up the kind of points that we were expecting. These numbers, 60 points on the second line. He's put half of that up in both 2 full seasons with our team. So for just whatever reason, he's not playing well with our guys, and he's got 4 years left. 1, 2, 3, 4 years left. Yeah, at $5 million. If he's gonna play like a third line center, I'm not paying him $5 million to do so. And with Marco Rossi expected to make the team and be our third line center this year, I'm really looking for a strong second line center that can really dominate and just make us tougher to play against. And I really want to start making this team a tough team and a really competitive team. I want that to start coming. So Yossi and Nugent Hopkins, they're on the trading block. I'm looking to hopefully get that defenseman. We're gonna have to see who is willing to trade their pick away once we enter the draft. But those 2 guys, Nugent Hopkins and Yossi, they are on the block. We will be getting rid of them at this draft. Hopefully, we can get a nice second line center with that. So let's enter the draft. We will most likely trade the 8th away. Oh, we have the 9th. I'm sorry. We have pick number 9. Move up to hopefully one of these 3 spots. So let's see if Boston wants to give theirs away. They do not. Let's see if the Rangers want to give their pick away. They do not. And what about San Jose? They do not. Okay. I'm going to try San Jose first. They have a lot of cap space. Let's see. Obviously, like I said, we're going to throw in our 9th overall pick. So they're going to move down. Let's see if they want one of the guys that we're trying to ship out of here right now. So they want Nugent Hopkins. So that is perfect. We're going to have to continue to sweeten this pot, I think. Anyone else that they're interested in that I'm willing to part ways with? Maybe one of these prospects here. Noonan's not going anywhere. This Houston guy. That's what he just did in the AHL this year. But I kind of like Osala a little bit better. And he's a low top 6 forward, so we'll throw him in the deal as well. And what about goaltenders? They want any of these guys? Keep in mind we have that McIntyre kid as well. But nothing that I'm willing to part with. And we might throw a 4th round pick in there as well. So we're really looking to get this defenseman. Let's see if we can get it at number 1. Our 9th overall, Nugent Hopkins, a prospect left winger, and a 4th round pick for the 1st overall pick. Let's see if this is enough. Trade rejected. Woefully insufficient. Okay, let's bump this 4th. Let's bump this 4th for a 36th in the 2nd round. Trade rejected. Woefully insufficient as well. Anything else I can offer you? How about a 1st rounder for next year as well? Let's see if this... I'm willing to give up a first rounder next year. Not at all compared to what we're willing to give up. Okay. We're going to move on from San Jose. Let's just start with the Rangers here. So, San Jose did pick. We're going to move up with the 9th. Skaters matching the block. Nugent Hopkins, they want Hopkins. They have plenty of cap space. Let's see. They don't want Noonan. I mean, they don't want Houston, like San Jose was originally asking for. Oof, this might be even tougher. They don't want anything else from us. How about a first rounder for next year? 2 first rounders and Nugent Hopkins. For your second overall pick. Woefully insufficient. Oh my gosh. I cannot trade with teams to get higher picks in this franchise mode. They're just not interested. What about our second as well for this year? Not feeling it. What about they're not interested in Yossi, but Yossi has considerably more trade value. What about a first in Yossi? Really like to get this guy, this defenseman. In a second. Wow. What about this second? Sweeten the value just a touch. Okay, we're getting there. And a 4th rounder. Okay, how about a Bruins 4th rounder? Okay, so we got rid of Yossi. We moved up. And now we get pick number 2 with 3 minutes on the clock. So they move down to number 9. We give them Yossi. We give them a 2nd and a 4th round pick. So we get to pick the guy that we are really interested in. This left-handed, 17-year-old Cale Grossman from the SHL. Welcome to the club. So, obviously we do not know his overall. Because we're picking him number 2, I probably will sign him to a contract just to see what his overall looks like. He could potentially be ready for the NHL, so we will have to see when it comes to it. So we're up at 16 as well. This is our pick. So let's just go ahead and make our pick here. This low elite sniper. So it looks like that other guy did end up getting picked. That left winger, the 2-way forward. So I might go. I think I'm gonna go with this Gibson guy, Edward Gibson. I mean, he's got A's in the first 3 categories and B's in the last 3, so 6'1", 183 pounds. He's 18 years old, playing in the U.S. I'm going to grab him. Left wing sniper. Add some more offense to our team. Let's just go back here and just see what else got picked after us. So Hansel goes first. We get Grossman. So a medium elite center to Boston. A medium elite defenseman for LA. So Roloff drops to number 7. So St. Louis and Chicago miss out on an elite player there. Yeah, so outside of those guys, it's not the greatest first round. There's not a lot of depth elite players, it looks like. So round number 2, this is our pick in round number 2. We traded away Columbus. So this center is a gem here in the second round, a center playmaker. I mean, it's always good to pick centers. I know he's low elite, but you know, they can always use them on the wing. You know, we need to bring in some more forwards, so I'll take the gem. I'll take the gem, low elite center. Let's keep going here. So no third round pick up in the 4th. This is our pick once again. Alright, so now it's kinda now we kinda just gotta look and see what we're working with here. We're in the 4th round. Let's see what we can snag here. That guy's a bust. Bottom 6 power forward with no points. Bottom 6 grinder. Playing in the OHL. 18 years old. This is his 2nd season. Medium bottom 6 two-way forward from the Liga. Another center. Yeah. Right wing sniper. Let's take a shot in the dark at that guy. Don't know exactly what his potential is, but we've taken shots in the dark in the past and hit the nail on the head. So, alright, let's see. I'd like to snag a defenseman up next, if I could. Top 6 offensive defenseman. Vic Stokes. Let's grab him. Round number 6 now. Medium backup. Could potentially be an elite. Let's just see. Let's just grab him. Another shot in the dark goalie. It's worked 3 times already with this Islanders team. Alright, 7th round. Alright, we already grabbed a goalie. Let's just see if there's anything here. We have a low elite defenseman that I have pinned, who's a gem. Couple of low elite players here. This guy's a gem. Two-way defenseman. Right wing grinder. Gotta go with the gem. Alright, so this should be it. Entry draft is now complete. So we did not trade away Nugent Hopkins yet, but don't worry, we will. So we get Grossman at number 2, Gibson at 16. A couple of nice players to add to our young depth. Go ahead and advance the day here. All these guys have expiring contracts. I will do all of that in the off season and off camera. Let's go to the contract screen here. We'll go up to free agency, and then we'll call it quits. So let's start with the back end and the goaltenders, because I don't think there's any big time guys now. Dobson is probably the only one. Yeah, Dobson's the only kind of top end guy that we need to worry about. Lundqvist, thanks for what you've done here in the last couple of years, but we are relieving you of your duties. Thank you very much. Opelka. Qualify you. You can always play in the AHL. This Hughes guy. I mean, he can be a third string goaltender. McIntyre's not quite ready yet. Wait one more year for him. I'm interested to see what this guy is. If he's elite, I'm going to lose my mind. Jarvinen is definitely our future elite goaltender. This McIntyre is a trade piece for us. Defenseman. So we've got Quinn Hughes, Noah Dobson, who needs a contract. Pulak's got 1, 2. He's only got 2 years left. Let's see what Dobson is interested in. Let's see. He wants a 4-year deal at $4 million. You know, I'm fine with that. 4 times 4 for Dobson. Boom. Done. Pulak, Weatherspoon. I'll just qualify. Mayfield, see you later. Finally, that contract is out of here. 27-year-old. No. See you later. You can go. Eakin, we can finally sign this guy. We drafted him a few years ago. Entry-level deal. He's 70 overall at 20 years old, so nothing wrong with that. High note, he's still only 66 overall. I don't have to sign him just yet. You know, he's going to take a couple of years. A lot of defensemen do, so. But because we drafted Grossman so high, I want to see what he's at. So he's getting a contract. Kale Grossman. Let's see what he's all about. Because he was playing with the SHL. He's a plus 21. My God. Okay. All right. All those guys are good to go. All right. So we got on the right wing Loins, Hosang, Zanishin's up. Kolasar is up. Kosmachuk, you can go. This 19-year-old, we drafted him in the 3rd round a couple of years ago. A right wing grinder. We can go ahead and sign him and start his professional career. This Ryder guy. Sedin is still only 58 overall, so no need to get him a contract just yet. We will have to sign him next year, though. Kolasar, I'm going to qualify. Zanishin, what are you looking for? A 3-year. 3-year, 1.5. Let's see if he takes that. Looks like he's going to be a career 3rd line right wing. Left wingers. So we've got Skinner. We've got Bailey. We've got Dal Call. Peyton Krebs. So those guys are still alright. Koivula had an amazing year in the 4th line. I'm going to give him 2 years, 1.3. He deserves it. Otto Koivula. Bittner is a unrestricted, but oh, he does want a two-way contract. That's fine. 1 year. No problem. Noonan, we have to sign. So left wing Noonan. I'm looking forward to this kid. See what he can grow to. Osala will get another year in the AHL. Same with Houston. A medium top 9, 66 overall left winger in Dingle. You know what? We'll sign him. Always trade him in the future. We need the guys playing down there anyway, so we gotta fill in the team somewhere. All right, Barzell, Nugent Hopkins will be traded in the free agency. Don't you worry. Marco Rossi, welcome to our new 3rd line center. He does not want to come back. Riley Sheehan, so he is gone. Olsen, he's a depth forward. I'm gonna just qualify him. He could be our 4th line center. Jenkins does not want... sorry, he does want to stay. 22 years old. He can play in the AHL, so I'll just qualify him. 29-year-old. We'll let him go. Let the younger guys play. Same thing with Johnson. A 21-year-old, 65 overall, Cole. We drafted him in the 5th round. Anyone else we want to sign? None of these guys. No. Mayer might be someone I trade away. This Leclerc guy can go. So we'll sign Cole. So we have 1, 2, 3, at least 3 centers down there. Okay, that should be everybody. Let's just go ahead and advance a day here. See what these guys respond to us with. So our number 2 overall selection, Cale Grossman, accepts our offer. Same thing with Eakin, entry-level deal. Bittner accepted the 2-way. Senishin accepted the 3-year 1.5. Noonan signs his entry-level deal along with Brower and Dingle. So Dobson takes the 4x4. Excellent. Cole accepts his entry-level deal. Koivula gets his first big contract. 1.3 for 2 years, I think it was. Alright, so everyone accepted. Let's just go here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Unrestricted free agents, there's none. RFAs, they all have been tendered. And unsigned. Yeah, I don't want to sign High Note yet. We'll let him play one more year. I think he's playing in the, what did we say, the SHL? The OHL. We're going to let him play one more year in the OHL. He's still only 66 overall, so he's got plenty of time. So we're good. So let's just go ahead and we will simulate up to day 1 of free agency. We'll take a brief look at kind of what players are available. I mean, we could potentially just sign a second line center if it's in the books, but I might just trade for one. You know, if the prices are too high. So let's see who is available here in free agency going into year number 6. Nathan McKinnon. Ugh. First line center. I mean, it's just... But Jack Hughes. Oh, maybe we could sign Jack Hughes. And we have the Hughes brothers, Jack and Quinn. That would be interesting. They meet up in New York. I mean, he's definitely a first line center. He's 22 years old. So what has Jack Hughes been up to? He's played 3 professional NHL seasons. He's coming off a 35 goal, 73 point third season in the NHL. Ooh, that might be interesting. 12.7. I mean, as of right now, we have 12.8, but we're going to be trading away $5 million with getting rid of Nugent Hopkins. But we're probably going to need a defenseman to replace Roman Josi. Wow, it's a very center-heavy free agency here. You know, or we could go with someone like, you know, Dylan Larkin. You know, he might be a better option. What has he been up to? 63 points. He's coming off his best season in a while. This is year number 1. He had 70 points. Since then, he's had 46, 42. I mean, he's been on a bad Detroit team. 53 and then 63. He might be a good second-line center for us, and he'd be much cheaper than Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is looking for 12.7 mil. You know. Or we can go with a 28-year-old Alexander Wenberg. He's looking for a 7-year deal. Sean Monahan. He would be an excellent second line center as well. There's just so many center options right now, so definitely something that I'm gonna really have to dig into. Let me just look at defensemen and see. Darnell Nurse is your best free agent defenseman. Clefbaum might not be a bad option. Oscar Clefbaum. He's left-handed. He's looking for a 5-year deal. This Wallman guy. Jake Wallman. Left-handed. Doesn't put up a lot of points. He's a defensive defenseman. We have some question marks right now. Definitely for this team. Corpusalo. Because Jarvinen might take one more year to become a starter. He might take one more year, so maybe we sign Corpusalo for maybe just 1 year. Just throw some money at him. Or Malcolm Subban. He wants 3 years. I don't want to sign Lundqvist. He's in a drop. I know he is. So, a couple of options there, but it's a very center-heavy free agency. And we are in the market for a second-line center. I mean, we definitely have our pick. Between Bo Horvat, Couturier, Larkin, Monahan, Wenberg, Drouin, Barkov, Hughes, if we wanted to go that route, Jack Hughes. I mean, it would be cool to bring the brothers together, but, I mean, we're going to have to... 3 teams have already offered him a contract. Pittsburgh, Arizona, and Dallas. I mean, we're really going to have to shell out some serious dough, and I don't know if I want to pay Jack Hughes crazy money, like more than Barzal. It just wouldn't be right. So, we might be looking kind of more in this chunk right here, these 4 guys. Monahan, Larkin, Couturier, and Horvat. Like Larkin's a playmaker, but, Monahan would be good. He's a two-way forward. With Bailey only having 1 year left, I'm probably not bringing him back. Monahan might be perfect for the second line. Be a good penalty killer. Couturier, he's up to 30 years old. So he's the least intriguing out of this group right now. I mean, Larkin's the youngest at 26. But, I mean, Bo Horvat would be just as good on the second line for our team. But, I mean, again, he's a two-way forward, too. I think Monahan would be the best choice if that's what we're kind of leaning towards. So, but like I said, bunch of options. We still have Nugent Hopkins to trade away. That'll relieve $5 million off the cap. And, we're looking for another defenseman that can slot into our top 4 to play alongside of, looks like Pulock most likely, a left-handed defenseman. So maybe Clefbaum would be the perfect guy for that. So, but we have some options. We do have some options. So, but we're gonna save all that for the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you on the next one when we tackle free agency.